Music artists and entrepreneurs, what's good? Mike Sarge here from MikeSarge.com, and today I want to give you guys some tips on how to prepare for a recording studio session. Today's episode is sponsored by Nectar Distribution, so you don't want to miss this one. Now go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's work. Salutes to that. Getting ready for a recording session can sometimes be confusing and super stressful. So today I want to give you guys some tips that will have you prepared regardless if you're going to a professional music studio in your local area or you're just doing it from the comfort of your own home or at a friend's house. Alright, so the first tip I'm going to give you is to take care of your temple. What do I mean when I say take care of your temple? I'm talking about taking care of your body physically. One thing that many music artists ignore is their personal health. In regards to recording sessions, you need to make sure that you're staying fully hydrated 24 to 48 hours before that recording session. Now, when I'm talking about hydration, I am not talking about drinking sodas. I am not talking about drinking alcohol. And unfortunately, I'm not talking about drinking coffee.
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous.
Look, those three things are not good for your vocal cords and your lungs. But I'm not going to tell you what to do because you're going to do what you want to do anyway. But what I will say is water and juices will be your best friend. So again, take care of your temple, take care of your health. And speaking of taking care of yourself, make sure you get some quality sleep. Make sure you get enough sleep the day before you do your session so you're not tired and you're able to give the full energy that your track, that your song requires. The next tip that I would give you is to set the target. All right, so a question that you need to ask yourself before you even get in the studio is, what are you trying to get done? What exactly are you trying to get done? Have you set a clear goal? Have you set a clear plan of what you're trying to accomplish that day? Make sure that you have a game plan. Are you trying to record one full song? Or are you trying to record a couple of songs within a certain time frame? Now, this is especially important when you're recording at a studio, especially when you're being charged by the hour. The last thing that you want to do is get to the day of and then start guessing about what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, especially when you're on a low budget. When you're paying by the hour, that is not a good time to start experimenting with things and, doing things that's off schedule, off your plan, and off your timeline. Now, don't be fooled and get lazy now. You need to have a goal set. You need to have a target set, even if you're not recording in a professional studio and you're just doing it from the comfort of your own home or at a friend's house. Why? Because there are twice as many distractions at your own place than there is at a professional music studio. I mean, you got the people living in your house, maybe even roommates, family members, friends. You got noisy neighbors, stuff going on outside. On the inside, you got your TVs with your favorite TV shows, Netflix. You got your video games going on, and then of course you got your phone with social media and YouTube, where time could just fly like this. Right? So make sure that you're staying focused and that you have a plan, making sure that you're setting that time, you're setting off that block of time so that you can stay focused and go, all right, I'm gonna get this song done by the end of the day. I'm gonna make sure I knock out these 3 or 4 features that I have. I'm gonna complete my EP today. I'm gonna complete recording my album today. So make sure that you are doing that and stay focused, especially if you're doing it from home or at a friend's place. It's easy to get relaxed. The next tip that I would give, practice now, save later. Alright, so if you already have lyrics written to a particular song and you're planning to record that song on a particular day, let's say a couple days from now, a week from now, a couple weeks from now, etc., right? Go ahead and start practicing. Go ahead and start rehearsing that song. Why? Because when you get to the day of, you'll feel more comfortable. You'll be more focused on the emotion of the song and less being focused on, oh, do I remember these words? You'll just naturally flow into it. And because you're more comfortable, you're less likely to make mistakes during the process. And if you're at a music studio, if you're at a professional music studio, less mistakes is great. You know why? Because less mistakes equals less time it takes to record and do things. The less time it takes to record and do things, the less money you end up spending for that session. So be sure to practice, rehearse. I don't care if it's in your shower, in your bathroom, when you're driving on your way to work, listening to just the instrumental or just the acoustic version. Do what you have to do to practice. When you're in the gym, put earbuds on, listen to nothing but your track. Do what you have to do to get better. Practice, rehearse. Practice now, save time later. Simple. And the last tip I'm going to give for today is to respect the craft. Alright, so I'm going to break this down in 3 different sections, and I hope that you feel this. Alright, number 1, respect the studio and the staff by being on time and being prepared / organized. And that includes making sure that you have your instruments ready and tuned already, making sure that you have your files ready to go if you plan on having something mixed and mastered, and finally, making sure that you got your money in order. Don't show up trying to get favors and discounts once you get there. If they told you what the price was before you got there, be ready to pay it then. Second part, respect the engineer by being respectful. Alright, do not be walking around the studio like you own the place. Do not be jacking up equipment. Listen to instructions. When you're told to do something, do it. That is that engineer's house, right? So you know how you feel when people just walk into your crib talking crazy or doing whatever they want. Alright, that's right. You don't allow people to do that, do you? Alright, so don't expect the engineers to do the same. They will be quick to kick you out, and at a moment's notice, respect them. They're the ones trying to make your music sound great. They're trying to make your stuff sound dope. Show a little love. And last but not least, respect yourself by knowing what you want. Don't show up to the studio with just a whole bunch of ideas but not knowing exactly what you want. Alright? If you plan on going there and you want a song mixed and mastered, alright, then show up there with 2 or 3 songs by your favorite artists and say, hey, I really like the way that these songs were mixed, and I would like my song to sound similar to this as far as the mix is concerned. If you're going there to meet a producer or a musician and go like, hey, this is the type of track, this is the type feel that I'm looking for, and let's kind of build around it, but have an idea. Do not show up expecting the engineer or anyone else at the studio or staff to be able to do all the legwork. You're the artist, so put in some work. Respect yourself and know what you want. Oh, and on another note of talking about respect, please understand that it's not all about you. All right, especially when you go to a music studio, understand that that is a networking opportunity. Look, the music community, the music industry is all about connections. And if you start burning bridges with people because you walk in with a bad attitude, or you act like you can't work with nobody, or you try to be a prima donna, a diva, fellas, you try to act like you too cool to do something, hey, people, they'll forgive you, but they'll never forget what you did. So if you burn that bridge, you're hurting yourself. Alright, so that's it, y'all. What'd you think? Did you like this video? If so, go ahead and hit that like button, then hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Also, if there's a particular topic that you want me to talk about, go ahead, drop it to the comment section. I do read my comments and I will add your suggestion to the list. Salutes to that. Catch y'all later.